All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Talk with Steven. Good afternoon to you guys. How is everybody doing? Please do let me know in the chat box if you guys are okay. Thank you for joining Talk with Steven today. And we are back again on this Wednesday, beautiful Wednesday afternoon, to talk about another interesting topic with an interesting guest speaker who's going to completely blow your mind. I'm sure about that. For all the new audience, welcome to Talk with Steven. This is your first time, give it a like, share it to your people, share it to your friends, and share the stream to wherever that you're watching in Facebook or YouTube. Just share it to your people. Talk with Steven is a weekly talk show that is organized by me. My name is Steven. I'm Steven, by the way, where I will bring a lot of interesting speakers, inspiring speakers to share with us about their little stories of how did they are being inspiring, how did they are changing the world, or how did they, being successful in certain part of their life, and share that story with us so that we can take whatever lesson that they need, that we need from that, and then we try to apply it in our life and try to achieve some certain of success as well. So that is all Talk with Steven is all about. So we will go live on every Wednesday. We have covered topics, so many topics previously. This is my 56th episode, which means all the 55th episode is everything is available for you to rewatch. We have covered topics like entrepreneurship to developing business to doing better at your career, like parenting, handling your emotions, a lot of topics, all kind of topics you can find in Talk with Steven actually. So all these Talk with Steven episodes are available in the Teenage Entrepreneur platform, where we have a lot of amazing content that's happening for youngsters. Even adults also can get this. Not only Talk with Steven, a lot of other episodes, a lot of other talk shows like Money Matters, Changing Reality, mini mentorship sessions, a lot of fun elements is available in teenageentrepreneur.com. Just Google it, the teenageentrepreneur.com. You will find all the things that you need to know. If you are interested to get the Teenage Entrepreneur platform, you can just get it. You can scan this QR code. It's just 150 ringgit per year to watch all the Talk with Steven episodes and also all the amazing contents that is available in the Teenage Entrepreneur platform as well. So that is for you guys if you want to explore that part of it and see. And let's welcome the today's talk with Steven's guest speaker, Mahalaxcme. Ma is someone that is very inspiring. She inspired me in many ways, where I started to watch anime because of her, and a lot of things because of her. Like the things that she started to tell, and she's a person who naturally inspire people. But she's still a teenager. She's 19 years old this year, and she's someone who is like I've seen her for the past few years, like how she started out and how she figured out her career, and how she's now actually going out there doing a lot of things for the youngsters, inspiring them and all these things. Maha is the 19-year-old head of communication of Ascendance. Ascendance is an international youth movement that is based in Malaysia. I think Maha will share a bit more about that later, on how this platform actually helped her to overcome her insecurities and doing what she loves to do right now. So without any further ado, let's welcome Maha to the stream. Hello.
Yay! Thank
Hello,
you,
Maha.
Steven. Steven, you put so much pressure on your introduction. It's pressure already.
Yes, that's what I do for all my guests, because pressure them in the beginning itself, so they'll be like, oh no, what to do. So yeah, it's good. It's good to see them nervous in the screen for a while, because I'm always nervous before I start talking. So after that, only everything will be cool
This
later on.
is
How are
why.
you,
This
Maha?
is why. Sorry. This is why today's talk with Steven topic is so perfect.
Yep, yep, yep. How are you, Maha? Are you ready?
I am good so far. So good. It's a very interesting year this year. So many
Yeah.
things happening.
A lot of things is happening. Yeah, so half a year already, like almost past. I'm like freaking out whenever I see it's already like gonna end, and June is gonna end. I was like, what? So a lot of
Exactly.
interesting project. I think we are working on together as well. A lot of interesting project. So let's jump right back into this topic. The backstory about this topic. I was listening to Maha sharing her experience in one of the talk that they did. I think a 24-hour live stream session, where she talked about like how she handled the insecurities and how are the things that she's doing now. And I was like, damn, that is really good. So many people should hear about this. So let's welcome her and talk with Steven, and let her share with all the audience here today. So Ma, I think there's a lot of audience here watching who is teenagers, who is parents is also watching, because they will like, how can I make my insecurities teenager to do something about his life or her life, stuff like that. So a lot of pressure on you again. So to start out, right, Maha, like tell us a little bit about yourself. Like, I introduce you, but Like you also does a lot of other things. So let us know a little bit about what he does right now.
Can. So, like Steven said, yes, I'm Maha. I'm 19 this year. I turned 19 this year, and I'm the head of communications of Ascendance. So, I mean, what I do in Ascendance as the head of communications, one, yes, I kind of like, talk to all of like the teachers or like all of the other guest speakers that are like joining in for Ascendance's events. I call the ministry officials to get program approvals and things like that. I know it sounds scary. I have no clue how I did that, but I will share that story later. That, and I am also the person who kind of overviews all of the events that's happening in Ascendance. So that's like one side of Ascendance. Basically, I run Ascendance is like my life
To
now
give
at this
you a
point.
context, there's almost like 30 plus events happen in Ascendance in a month. So okay, continue.
Yes, that's a lot. That, and other than that, I'm also a content creator. So me and my brother have our own show called Saturday Nights with Sirap Bandung. Yes, it's Sirap Bandung. Basically, we dress up as mad scientists and kind of mix the idea of comedy and learning lessons. Oh yeah, that's oh my god. The picture is so random. But yeah, that's us. So we kind of mix the idea of comedy and learning lessons together so that like when Gen Zs or like youngsters watch, I think we all love comedy. Who doesn't like comedy? But if in that comedy itself has something for you to learn, it can impact you in any way. So that's
Yep.
why we like came up with this whole Saturday Night with Sirap Pandong idea. So and then we kind of work with like another team of other young people. Like our youngest member, part of the Sirap Bandung team is only like what 12 years old. So we kind of like work together to come up with creative content to see how we can impact other young people in any way that we can. So, yeah.
Nice. Great, Maha. Great. I think by now many people will be like, how many things are you actually doing? So, yeah, yeah, a lot. Maha did actually do a lot of work behind the scenes as well. Like she is designing so many things. Maha does. So let's go to the topics today, like accepting your insecurities as a teenager, which is a very deep topic. And also, I thought we can just try to talk about it and all that.
Yep.
So,
Every teenager
like
would relate.
yeah, yeah. Look, when I look back at my teenage year, which is not so long ago, but still long ago, I do still have a lot of insecurities and all when I was, especially when I moved into my secondary school life. Primary school, nobody cares. We were like, oh, we are just have fun, play, stuff like that. But secondary school, you're exposed to a whole different universe and stuff like that. And a lot of things started to like open up. You will either become the super good athlete or you suddenly become super quiet kid. You don't want to try anything. So, what type of student were you, Maha, when you were like in your school, secondary school stuff like that?
I'm gonna expose myself. Oh no. Okay. I was the hmm. Okay, I was the type of student that sleeps in class without fail.
Yeah,
Like every day.
agree,
Don't
agree.
please guys do not follow me. But okay, no, I sleep when the teachers is not there. Okay, that's the real story. So I sleep a lot and I how would you say like again coming back to the topic also I was very insecure about everything, like even just having friends itself. One, I am an introvert. I mean, I started off as an introvert, like I couldn't talk to anyone. I think when the moment in form 3, like when you enter form 4 you will change stream, right? You change class. So
Yeah.
now all your friends took up to like a whole new batch of people. I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot speak to anyone. And I literally did not. And I was so sad because I didn't have like my best friend had other friends that she was talking to, and I was like so lonely and I was left out. I sit behind the class and I was like, what do I do now? And I was feeling so bad. I think there's once I even went back home and cried because I'm like, I have no friends. My life sucks. So all of that was happening part of in secondary school. But the thing that really changed as to like how I kind of solved this insecurity is, I mean, of course, SNS plays a big part of my life at this point. So I would tell this to my mentors like Hasha and Sana and everyone. And the one thing that they'll say is most of the time your insecurities is because of your perception towards it. It's like your mindset towards it is like, you have no friends. Like, I keep thinking that I have no friends, which is why I actually have no friends. if I actually just like open my mouth and like ask somebody, like talk to someone, I could make a friend from there. But it's just that I'm like I have that mindset so hard, like a giant brick wall that is so hard to break, which is why I kept like for like so many months I was like, I'm lonely, I have no friends, blah blah blah, thing like that. And I think at one point I was like, you know what? Let me just ask somebody, like, I don't know, pinjam paper, pinjam pencil, something, and do something like
Conversation starter.
yeah, which I did, and like that's how I actually started make a friend. And then from there, like I started making more friends, and then they were like really nice, and they were like, "Oh my god, dude, are you such a trustworthy person?" I'm like, "What? That is like a nice thing to say, but I cannot believe it because for so long I've been thinking I have no friends. Like literally, I think I only had like one best friend for 12 years of my life. It's a
That's
very
a
long
lot.
time.
Yeah, long time. Okay.
But like when I came in Ascendance, it's not like Ascendance has no friends. So Ascendance has so many other young people that they work with, and they're all very exciting people. They also have their own insecurities. And the moment you find somebody who have the same insecurity, that's when you will match,
Connect.
and then you become friends there. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. Maybe I should do this. Like find someone who relates to me the most, and then like become friends from there. So like that's like one of the things that happen in secondary school in terms of insecurities. Um, but the moment when I came into Ascendance and started taking up on like bigger roles and things like that, like I said, you know how I said in the start, I call ministry officials. You
Mm.
have no idea how hard was it to do the first few times
If
because
you ask me to call ministry official now itself, I won't do. I might be like, no, how can I talk to them? So
I'm like, first of all, I don't talk to anyone. Second of all, I need to speak to them in BM. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so stressful. And I used to meet Hira every day because Hira was like the chief operations officer last time, and she was the one who would do all of this, JPN calls and calling ministry officials. So she would just ask me to join her every day and watch her call, and that's what she would do. And I was like, okay, sure, I'm just gonna watch you call, nothing else, right? And then she's like, okay, now you call. And I was like, huh? Again, panic so hard. And I think like the first few times, the first time I called, I didn't ask her like details properly. So I had to call her a few times and ask her. I'm like, I don't want to call her again. She's gonna scold me because I call her so many times. But again, also it comes back to the mindset that you have towards them. They're just actually very nice people when you talk to them genuinely. Because when you have like the perception that they're gonna scold me or they're gonna feel very angry that I'm keep torturing them and things like that, that's exactly what will happen. But if you talk to them as like a genuine person, like how you want someone else to talk to you, then it kind of like literally breaks everything and you be like, wow, it's actually really nice to call. Like I think at some point I have called Japan like this ministry officials and like joked about their day, and they were like, oh my gosh, I'm so stressed with so much paperwork. I'm like, me too, I have so much. So and then we would just laugh. And then they would tell their story while they're like trying to find all the documents and things like that. And I was like, hey, this is not that bad. So like from there, this whole calling ministry officials is like not such a big deal anymore. Because one, I got used to it. Of course, there's a lot of trial and error, definitely like so many times. But the when I keep continue to do it and like actually figure out that they are also human too, then it makes it much more easier to
yeah.
kind of talk to them. Yeah.
For all our audience who is watching, please do ask your questions because I have a lot of questions to ask to Maha. But if you are a teenager who is watching this right now and you wanted to know how Maha handles certain insecurities and stuff like that, just ask so that I can ask her as well. For another group of audience who is wondering what is Ascendance, why she keep talking about it and all. Ascendance is actually an international youth movement that is based in Malaysia, where they work with a lot of youngsters, helping them figure out what they want, what is their passion, and build a career around it while they were still in school, and also along the way build the other characteristic like communication, confident, all this kind of skills for the youngsters. So Maha is someone that worked with, like, mentored by Ascendance very long time. They're still mentoring now, and now she, from a normal kid who came for the program, now she's actually one of the person that's running Ascendance. So how does it feel, Maha? How does it feel to do that?
Okay, it's okay. I think it's honestly, I'm just happy to be here at this point. That I keep continuing to follow Ascendance, because there were so many times that I just wanted to quit. I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. This is so pressuring. Because I think being part of Ascendance also gets you to slowly overcome your insecurities that you don't
Yeah.
want to. Because I'm like, I don't want to do this. Why you do this to me? But then it's part of the journey of kind of improving yourself slowly. Because like how I said, I used to be a very introverted person. I won't talk to anyone. But now it's like the complete opposite. Like if I tell that I'm an introvert to people, they won't believe me. I'm like, why are
Yeah,
you
when you
talking
told
so
me
much?
this now, I was like, what? Why is introvert? Okay. That's a new information for me.
Yeah, like they won't believe me. So like I'm just happy to be here, that one, I get to like improve myself and like grow myself as a better person, and two is also that I can get to inspire other youngsters who are just same like me. Like all of these things I could overcome thanks to Ascendance. And if other youngsters knows all this information just like me, they could have better lives. Like they would not have to suffer with their insecurities, they would not have to go through, like, I don't know, depression or anything like that. And so I thought, like, why is it just me? It should be for other people also.
Mhm.
So I'm just glad to be part of Ascendance, that I get to inspire other youngsters who's just same like me.
Okay, okay, that is nice. Lot of another insecurities a lot of people face, and all that. I faced many time ago, like 20 years ago and stuff like that. Is don't know what you want to do, like as a teenager, only there is two options. One is you know exactly what you want to do. Second, you don't know what you want to do. And I fall in the type of first and second at the same time, because I know exactly what I want to do, but then
Yes,
when I
yes.
actually go and do it, I feel like shit, man. That's not what I want to do. Then I come back to the point where I don't know what I want to do now. What do? So that destroys a lot of my confidence and all these things in the early days and all these things. How is it for you?
For me, I think I definitely fall in the second one. I never knew. I never knew at all for like a very, 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 very long time. Like until now, I think now it's like a bit more clearer compared to before. Before this was terrible. I was so insecure because everyone like, oh my gosh, how come you already found your passion? You already know what you're gonna do. It's so easy for you. You just need to like work towards that. And then yes, me, I have no clue what I want to do. like, and like anybody who asked me, I would literally just say either I don't know, I would just say like, I don't know, whichever that I feel like at that time. Like I've said things like astronaut, or like what, goldsmith, the one that makes necklaces.
Ah,
I've told that. Then like then I'll tell businesswoman, and pretty much I'll just tell everything whatever I feel. But actually I just don't know. But then um when I come in Ascendance, the thing that Ascendance does is they provide a platform for young people to actually figure out what they like to do and how they can turn it into a career. So
mm,
with that, I think for me, I got the opportunity to try out many different things in Ascendance. Like I think I've tried out designing, I've tried out video editing, I've tried out script writing, voice acting, whatever thing, everything I got tried already at this point. There's like so many things I tried, and it's not like I tried for like what, 2 3 months and then I already figured it out. It took me like 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 6 years. Wow. six to
wow.
seven years. Almost six
Okay.
to 7 years I had to try out so many different things to actually figure out what is it that I actually like to do. And I think the one thing that many teenagers have is um like they will try out something, and then if that tak jadi, and then they'll just like leave it, and then they'll go back to that state of like, oh, I got nothing to do anymore. But I think if you really really want to figure out what exactly that you like, you need to keep trying. No matter how long it takes, because I mean it took like 6 years for me, and eventually I kind of figured out that I love the media side of the industry. So and
Yeah.
then slowly when we started this syrup, even the syrup bandung thing also, it came out of nowhere. We were supposed to just do it as mad scientists, And then I was like, this is so boring. Why is this so boring? And like, I don't feel the excitement enough. And I was like, I like Sirap Bandung. Let's name it Sirap Bandung then. So it
Yeah.
started from there. And honestly, I never knew that Sirap Bandung would work so well. Like, for
it
real.
works it works so well, guys. Let me tell you about that. Like when they first started, it was just hilarious. Like it's just the brother and sister doing this event and stuff like that, like a comedical way, and it just blew up, like went viral among the kids, and they just absolutely love it. It's coming to a point where whenever she go out, like people call you like Dr. Bandong, and all these things. She's Bandong, and the brother is Dr. Sirap. So this is their recent adventure. You can see from the picture, you can see like the iron box there, vacuum there. You'll be like, what is happening? You just need to watch it to know what is happening. From the if you just suddenly you look at the poster, you'll be like, what is happening there? You won't understand at all. You need to watch it. They have their own separate fan base there. I want to ask you about that, Maha. Like one of the insecurities that I face, a lot of youngsters face, is to show their face to people.
Oh my
Like
gosh.
yeah, that is really true. Like when the Facebook profile pictures, Instagram pictures, and everything, they don't have their profile pictures. I don't have my profile picture at all, and I took one profile picture. I used it for 7 years, and then only I changed it. So it's like because you don't like to show their faces and all these things, right? Like from there, I think you also faced the same thing last time as well.
That is
From there
so
to now,
true.
you are literally showing your face and doing activities, and you make fun, like you make it fun, like you need to show, like, look at the face. Like I don't know how you do that. I really don't know how you do that. Like how does that change from there to like this part of it, like how you're doing it right now?
Okay. Fun fact. My first Facebook profile picture was Minnie Mouse for a very long time. Okay, moving on from that. But anyways, same thing. I also have the insecurities. Like I'm too shy to show my face anywhere. Like even on like Instagram, I don't post very often. I'll probably post like 6 months once or like 5 months once. I'll post now. I'll just hilang after that. I won't even post stories. Stories so it's just like repost of other things. Like suddenly like got Marvel, got DC, all the things that I'll post.
Yep.
But like so that was the insecurity I had a lot. I always think like, oh, I'm not good looking enough. I'm not I'm too fat and things. I think every, I think every
Yes.
teenager would have went through this at least once in your life.
Yep.
That is so true. But how how I overcome it, and like now I'm like, literally talking to in front of so many young people. Again, I think it comes to the point where, oh yeah, look, it's me with a bunch of kids from different schools. Yeah. So I think the one thing that really worked for me is how um how I decide to show myself on during this whole Sirap Bandung thing. Because if I were to act as someone else, like try to be someone so perfect, it's gonna fail so badly. Like nobody is gonna like actually like it. Because I think all of us like to see real stories, like all the real things. That's what gives you more impact. So I was like, there's no point if I just act as someone else on Sirap Bandung. So might as well I'll try to be myself. So obviously at first it was like it was 50-50. I was not really enjoying it so much because so many people looking at me and I'm like, oh my gosh. But then when sooner or later when I realized, when I see how much Sirap Bandung blew up, and like many kids actually at this point, I think many of them actually look up to me. I don't think I would want to act as a different person because I don't want them to be doing the same thing. So I just have to be myself and accept my insecurities. Like sometimes I even use my insecurities as the whole content of that of a certain
For example.
episode. For example, like I think we did this. What do you call that? I think I was so insecure about what do you call that? Doing singing on camera. Like I cannot sing. Like I mean, I can sing. I can sing off camera, but I cannot sing on camera because I'm too shy. So this was such a big insecurity I had so long, until this one day I was like, you know what? Just do it. Let's just do it and see where it goes. And literally, I think the picture of Sirap Bandon just now was the first time
Mm.
me and my brother actually wrote a song and we
Oh
sang the song
yeah.
on the camera.
Yes, yes. I cannot forget that song at all. Like here, a lot of people were watching this live session, and here they started to sing, and I was like, "What?" And the song is literally going for like 3 minutes. It's a full-fledged song. I was like, "You guys should really should release the song."
Maybe
So
you should. But
yeah,
yeah, so we kind of
definitely,
like
please.
so we kind of like use the insecurities to as the content, because a lot of youngsters have the same thing. So if we can show that like you're not the only person, there's so many other people that's going through that, you actually feel better. I think there was this once where after a very big event that we organized in Ascendance, after that I was too tired. I was like, I need to recover from this, and it took me 5 days. 5 days of doing nothing to recover from it. And I was feeling so bad. I was feeling so guilty, like, oh my gosh, I never do work for so long. I cannot tahan. This is the worst day of my life. I was going through that. And then I just asked the same question to Madhura. Madhura is also technically one of my mentors and the advisors of Ascendance. So I asked her the same question. No, I didn't ask her. She was asking me, "Are you okay?" And I was like, I don't know." And she was like, "Why?" And then I was like, "No, it's taking me 5 days to recover. I feel so bad. I didn't do anything." And I thought she was gonna scold me, but no. Literally, she was like, "Oh my gosh, same." And I was like, "Huh?" Like, you have no idea how happy I was at that moment. My mother said the same thing, that she was going through the same thing. So like if you can actually like relate to and understand the fact that you are not alone and there's other people that's going through it, I think it makes you to calm down and feel much better from it and recover from it faster. So yeah.
That's great. That is really great. I think it's one of the like thing like how you can start accepting your insecurities is actually to handle it like like start look at what is your insecurities and take action towards it so that you may not know that could be your biggest strength that will come along the way. Like
I
I
mean,
remember when
my insecurities is literally a weekly show now.
if you want to see how insecure Maha is, just go on every Saturday. Every Saturday or in Sira Bandung page, it's called Sira Bandung Doors, right? In
Yep.
their Instagram, I think this one should be here. No, it's cut out already. It's okay. It's called Sira Bandung Duo, and just go Google it, Sira Bandung. I think they should be the only one coming up because they're the only one that using that crazy name to do an actual event. So they go live on every Saturday, 8 p.m. Right, Maha? 8 p.m.
7
in
p.m.
Instagram, 10 p.m. So
7 p.m.
7 p.m. Sorry, 7 p.m. on Instagram, where it's just hilarious, guys. You need to go and experience at least once to see how crazy is this. So that actually become your biggest strength right now. It's same for me as well. Like I had a lot of insecurities about the way I talk to people and stuff like that because I cannot stop talking. If I start talking, people will they have to like, can you please stop talking? I cannot and all these things. But coming back to Ascendance and ETI ideas make me realize it's actually a very valuable skill that I have. I shouldn't be insecure about me talking. I should just talk more. So I started to talk more with the relative content, with the relative
Yeah.
goal, proper goal, and that made my whole career after that. Like talking is my full-time job right now. So so like how Maha's content creation is her job and stuff like that, it's become a part of our life already right now.
Yep.
So you may not know what you will do if uh, you may not know what is in store for you if you didn't face your insecurities. That's what I feel. So this is Maha in some school where she did a briefing, talk to the students and all. Just look at it, a very short video.
Hey guys, today I am at SK Seri Selamat with amazing students. So you guys say hi. Alright, thank you guys.
So
So
that is
cute.
Maha. So cute. And this is her after the event finished. Just watch it. It's a very short video, but just watch it. You can see how the kids are storming Maha after the event to get this autograph. How does it feel, Maha, to get all this attention and now all these things? Like
Okay,
people.
honestly, honestly, I'm very shy. I swear to God, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so shy. Okay, but I mean, shy is just one part, but the other part is honestly, I'm just happy that I am in somehow intentionally or unintentionally I'm impacting a kid and making them feel better or just putting a smile on their face, like even if it's for a while or so. I'm just happy that I can get to do that, and I'm excited to see how how much more, how far I can go after this, because
Nice.
there's so
Nice.
many amazing things coming up
Yeah.
this year.
That yeah, talking about that, there are a lot of youngsters here. They might be like, "How can I start?" And you have a huge platform called Ascendance to be there. You have the mentors there to actually, um, like there to mentor you. I think one of the biggest thing that happened to you is the people in the mentors in Ascendance also face the same thing as you, and that
Yes.
made you like, "Oh my God, they have the same insecurities as me," and that makes you like move forward, take action towards your goal and everything. So how can the youngsters who is watching this session right now can start accepting their insecurities, where they can start?
Where they can start, I mean, if I'll say two things, okay. One is you have to decide that you want to get over it first. Because if you don't decide that, I don't think you could ever do that.
Yep.
And from there, you can like slowly take smaller steps. And two, where you can actually be part of Ascendance and see how you can work with us more and see how you can slowly overcome your insecurities from there. See how you can turn your insecurities into like your strengths, just like how me and Steven have. So if you want to do that, we actually have a very, very big event that's happening in September, which is called the Global Young Changemakers Conference and Competition. That's happening on 17th and 18th
Wow.
of
The
September.
poster itself is, you can see the Sira Bondong is there.
Yep. Yep, and in this conference, we're actually featuring many different speakers from all across the world. As you can see, there's from India, from Jamaica, from Bangladesh, from US, from Malaysia. So all of them will be coming on board to share how they are impacting their community in their own unique ways, like while doing their passion and things like that. So I'm pretty sure each one of them would have went through different challenges, different insecurities. So if you come and join us, you can find out how they are doing it. So from there you can see how you can start. So if you would like to join, you can always contact Steven.
Yeah, and this particular Global Young Changemakers Conference is happening in online and is approved by the Malaysian Ministry of Education. So it's free for all the students to join as well. So if you guys are watching this segment right now, go ahead, register for the conference. It's free, and you will get to meet all these amazing youngsters, including Maha, who will be doing some content there as well. I'm pretty sure about it.
Yep, Sira
Um,
Bandung will be there.
yeah, Sirapondo return in Global Young Changemakers Conference. Wow, like Marvel movie like that. So, so do register for the conference. You may not know you how you will start, how you it will connect to you. So for those of you who is watching right now, I hope that you take some takeaway from this session. Um, to improve, start accepting your insecurities. I think like what Maha told, first you need to decide that you want to get over it, and then you start to take action, and you also have somebody to guide you who probably like have the same insecurities, but
Yep.
they somehow like manage that and stuff like that. Like how when Maha didn't do work like because of the event, and she saw the mentor who's doing the same thing, that makes you feel a lot more lighter, a lot more happier, and I think that makes you start your work and stuff like
Yep.
that, right? So that what makes the difference in Maha's life. It could be the same thing for you, or you may have a completely different journey, but all you need to do is like what Maha told, like decide first and then start taking the action. So thank you so much, Maha. I had so much of fun talking to you. Thank you
Thank
so
you for
much.
having
I
me.
Yeah, I hope to feature you again in Talk with Steven in near future. So thank you so much for being here. Anything you want to say to the youngsters to finish it off, or we can just finish it off?
uh Make sure you have fun in this whole journey, because you don't have fun, you're not going to learn anything for real. So as long
Yeah.
as you're having fun, you're doing what you like, you'll be fine.
Okay, thank you so much, Maha, and thank you so much, Maha, for being here and talking,
Thank you so
sharing your
much.
experience. Very truthful sharing. I really liked it. Thank you so much for all the audience. Thank you so much for watching. If you feel like this talk show will benefit a lot of people around there, Share it out. Take this YouTube link, pass it to your friends. Share it if you're watching in Facebook. Share it with your any teenagers that you know or any parents that you think they should watch this. And yeah, please do share it out. And see you guys again in next week's episode of Talk with Steven. Hello, bye everyone.